Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to an all-new Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Mike Draper, filling in for Sam Shad. We've got a very fun discussion today, talking about all things Las Vegas, the F1 race, NBA, and even the college football playoffs with the general manager and president of the Sahara Las Vegas, Paul Hobson. So stay tuned.
I'm Mike Swanson, and welcome to the Winnemucca Big R.
Hi, I'm John Walker. Welcome to Big R Lovelock.
Hi, I'm Rich Martin. Welcome to Fallon Big R.
My name is Braden. Welcome to Big R Fernley.
Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to Big R Sparks.
For 50 years, Nevada Heating has been keeping people comfortable in their homes. At Nevada Heating, call the Do It Right guys and get the heat back on today. Call us today and we'll fix it today. That's the Nevada Heating way. Why freeze for days on end when Nevada Heating can get your furnace fixed today? Call us today and we'll fix it today at 323-5585 or schedule us on our website at nevadaheating.com.
The new year is bringing so much fun to Tamarack Casino with cash and free play drawings Thursdays and Saturdays and $40,000 in grand finale giveaways Thursday, February 27th. Your good times are at Tamarack Casino.
Welcome to the Ahern Boutique Hotel, where luxury and warmth come together in the heart of Las Vegas.
We take pride in offering a one-of-a-kind experience for both locals and tourists.
Join us for handcrafted cocktails and an unforgettable experience.
Joel's Chop House, the perfect place to savor views of the Las Vegas Strip.
Satisfy your cravings at the Ahern Chocolate Shop.
No smoking, no resort fees, and the parking is always free. The Ahern Luxury Boutique Hotel is your home away from home.
Welcome to an all-new edition of Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Mike Draper, filling in for Sam Shad, who's taking a well-needed vacation. I'm here with the president of Sahara Las Vegas, Paul Hobson. We're going to talk about all things Las Vegas today. Paul, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good, thanks. Hey, I want to start kind of with a little off-the-wall topic, partly because I want to be the first person ever on Nevada Newsmakers to talk about the college football playoffs. But Paul, I know you're an Arizona State graduate. Arizona State, of course, is one of the top seeds in the college football playoffs. How do you feel about that?
Man, it's been such a surprising year and super satisfying for me because I'm long suffering. I grew up in Arizona. They were my team the whole time. I went to school there. My wife went to school there. My daughter's gone to school there. So I'm a legacy, and that's a topic that keeps us all connected. Right. And so expectations were pretty low coming into the year, and for things to play out the way that they have, it's just been really fun. So looking forward to, see what they can make of the opportunity that's in front of them. That's for sure.
Well, I'm a Sun Devil fan, and I'm right there with you, rooting along. I did ask that for a specific reason. UNLV had a very historic and successful season as well. And of course, as Las Vegas has established itself as a sports capital of the country and even of the world, I'm curious about your thoughts about UNLV and their role in that landscape, both on how the athletics affects the Strip and how we continue that kind of success.
Well, that's a great question, and something that I have thought about. It's been, satisfying run for UNLV as well, and living here and having a lot of friends that are alumni of that school. I've been participating in that excitement too, and I think just put in my mind that that could be an important piece of the landscape in Las Vegas to have, each year have a great football team, have a great basketball team. I mean, that's a blue blood program on the basketball side, a really strong brand. And, it would be great if there was more community support, not in terms of attendance and fans, but that landscape in college has changed so much that NIL is an important part of getting talent. And if we were making an investment in the community, like we have the A's coming in, we have the Raiders, we're deferring taxes in that direction for what we're collecting on the room side to support that, because that puts people in beds. It fills rooms, and the same can be said of college sports. And if UNLV is playing at that level on that stage, I think just the interest from visiting teams would fill a lot of rooms on weekends when their teams are coming to Las Vegas. Like if I was living in another part of the country, in Boise, say, right, and I knew that there was a big game in Las Vegas and they were playing the Rebels, I would definitely plan a trip around that. So I think that much like LVCVA supported the WNBA team, the Aces, and rewarded all those players with a promotional deal that augmented their affiliation with the team. Man, we could really do the same thing on the college level. It probably a lower price tag, but it would really be meaningful in terms of putting a quality product out there all the time. So I would just advance that as an idea that would be worth having a conversation about.
I heard you kind of just spitballing and off the cuff mention the need to be able to compete from an NIL standpoint in college sports, and to really rally behind that UNLV program and even the University of Nevada program, and potentially that could be an outlet for LVCVA or RSCVA to get involved and help bolster their NIL programs. So I thought that was really interesting, and the impact it would have on the Strip properties and on the community.
Yeah, no, I agree. And yeah, that I was talking about UNLV, but of course the same applies to UNR. And that is also a draw in that community, and the same dynamics apply, right? It's about getting people interested in visiting the community. So it's great, a great magnet and a great doormat. Welcome mat, not doormat. That means something different. A great welcome mat for those universities, because what their main mission is, educating the people that live here, the citizenry, that helps get kids interested in going to school there, and that of course is a great economic engine going forward.
Well, let's expand on that as we continue to talk about sports, and certainly UNLV has attracted a lot of national attention this year. But obviously, we just came off the heels of our second F1 race. I'm curious your thoughts on the impact that F1 has on the community. Obviously, there's a lot of varying opinions there. And certainly the north end of the Strip is something that I think until recently has been somewhat forgotten. So I'm curious the impact of F1 on Sahara and the north end of the Strip.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously I have firsthand information there, and what I would share isn't so much an opinion as it is a fact, right? And that's the benefit of hosting that race is not evenly distributed across the resorts on the Strip. I think that the resorts on the circuit itself that sort of have premium position, not just premium position in terms of their location, but premium position in terms of the type of customer that they attract. They benefit greatly, and that's a really positive thing for them. But so far the number of people that are attending the race haven't compressed demand for all the rooms in the city. And you can see that on the Friday of the race this year, MGM was selling rooms for like $99, and they're on the south side and outside of the loop of the track. We were no different on this end in terms of trying to fill rooms with the demand that we had. Now the community has supported something for downtown, some free concerts and stuff like that that coincide with that weekend, and that helps a little bit get interest. We also had the Raiders playing that weekend, and that helped bring, a few more people to town. So the confluence of all that stuff, it made for a decent weekend. I'm not going to I'm not going to crap on it and say that it's that it was bad. It's just that it could be a lot better, and I'd like to see us continue to refine the approach there, and make sure that we're growing the demand to see that product in particular, and fill Las Vegas up on the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Sure. Well, Paul, when we come back, I want to keep talking about sports in Las Vegas. I appreciate having you today. We'll be back on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
Story County is leading Nevada. Home of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, Google, Tesla, Panasonic, and other world-leading companies. Story County provides thousands of tech, advanced manufacturing, and logistics careers for Nevadans. We're diversifying and driving Nevada's economy and generating millions in tax revenue and billions in economic activity across northern Nevada. Story County is leading Nevada's future.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org.
Pro Group Management is the place where companies can find workers' comp solutions that are designed to meet their specific business requirements. As regulations evolve, Pro Group takes a proactive approach to clear the path to make sure your business stays ahead of the curve. Knowing your workers' comp program is optimized, you can focus on other important matters related to your growing business. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome back to an all-new Nevada Newsmakers. Filling in for Sam Shad, I'm Mike Draper. Our guest today is the president of Sahara Las Vegas, Paul Hobson. And Paul, before the break, we were talking about UNLV and F1. Certainly, there's a lot of other sports opportunities in Las Vegas. One of those has been out there for a long time. That's the NBA. Recently, there was different plans announced for the NBA, both at the Rio site and at the property right next door to you, Paul. In fact, there was renderings released by recognized architect Paul Streelman. Would like to hear your thoughts on the NBA in Las Vegas, and even on how that property next to you could be used or benefit you, or even if you think that these conversations are a reality.
Yeah, I think those are great topics. I'll take sort of one at a time, and that's that. NBA is definitely going to expand someday, and I think that Las Vegas is definitely on the radar for that to host a team, and that's brought a lot of interest from people that would like to capitalize on that. You mentioned Oakview Group, and they're very established in the arena space, and they would like to build a facility to host them. You kind of left out T-Mobile. I think that is already an arena that could host an NBA team, and I'm sure that Mr. Foley would like to be in that conversation. And then you have the parcel next to us, next to Sahara, immediately to the south, that has sat undeveloped for a long time, since it was once Wet and Wild. It has sat vacant, right? So the Fontainebleau developed, since it's been vacant. Resorts World has developed since it has been vacant, And now we really need to fill that gap with something compelling. I like the idea of that being built out. I like the idea of having an arena there that was hosting an NBA team. But listen, I mean, the NBA still has to weigh in on this, and they're silent. And everybody has ideas, but nobody has the money to make these ideas reality, it would seem. And I agree with you. Paul Steelman, did some terrific work and made some great drawings that, if they ever came to pass, would be wonderful for the community. But if I'm handicapping it, I just don't think there's the appetite for that sort of capital investment without firm commitment from the NBA that this would be their preferred project and where they'd like to see an expansion team play.
Well, as long as we're talking about Sahara and the properties around there, one of the topics when I've been a guest on this show in the past that I love talking about is the north end of the Strip. Certainly the south end of the Strip with Allegiant, T-Mobile, the pending A's stadium, all of those kinds of things has gotten a lot of attention. But the north end, we've seen a lot of activity in recent years. Obviously, the Sahara's made some really significant investment in the property. You've seen Fontainebleau open up. Stratosphere has done some renovations and remodeling. What do you think is the future for the north end of the Strip, and what would you like to see happen there to really kind of generate the synergy that the southern end of the Strip has?
Well, I mean, you mentioned the A's stadium. I think that was a missed opportunity, and there was some momentum and a lot of conversation about the A's stadium sitting on what is the Festival Ground site, which is immediately to the west of us on Las Vegas Boulevard. I think that would have really sort of enhanced the dynamic of the area, because it would have sort of balanced things a little bit better to have a facility like that in our neighborhood. Wouldn't have just benefited our neighborhood, but it also would have benefited downtown. And they shouldn't be left out of the conversation, because they're obviously an important part of what goes on here. That being said, I don't think that I don't think the town needs more premium hotel rooms. I don't think that it needs more casino space. I don't think it needs more meeting space either. I think that it needs to continue to develop attractions that that bring interest and visitation, and basically help fill the infrastructure that we've already built, right? And so what that might look like, I would leave to developers to think of new and creative things. Something like Area 15 is like an unexpected success in my mind, but it shows that there's an appetite for things that people are looking to experience when they're in Las Vegas, and you don't know till you know. So we need some people out there being bold and thinking forward and wondering what we could add to the community that we don't have yet, that would help drive interest and get visitors to the market.
Well, Paul, I appreciate that. We'll be back after this commercial. We'll be back on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Truck drivers are some of the hardest working people you'll meet, delivering over 70% of America's freight and 92% of Nevada's. When there's a natural disaster, they're delivering critical supplies to help those communities recover and rebuild. Every sector of the economy and our nation's military rely on truck drivers. So let's take a moment to say thank you. On the open road or city streets, our truck drivers are rolling to make our economy and our nation stronger. Trucking moves America forward.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you, but we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way. Because you can count on more than just your power. you can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
Here on 7 at 7, we're bringing you the local headlines in just 7 minutes.
We've got you covered in the morning, evening, and for all breaking news in between and as it happens.
Life is busy, and we don't waste your time. Join us for local news now streaming on our YouTube page.
Save money and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
Welcome back to an all-new Nevada Newsmakers. Filling in for Sam Shad, I'm Mike Draper. Our guest today is the president of Sahara Las Vegas, Paul Hobson. Paul, let's talk about the Sahara for a minute. Obviously, there's been a lot of investment that's gone into that property. You're talking about one of the most historic properties on the Strip, if not in the state. I'm curious, though, looking ahead, what do you see as the future for Sahara?
Well, I mean, I think that we're working towards it right now. Obviously, you know, when Mr. Murillo bought it, it was a struggling property under a different name, and you know, we set about to change that, to reintroduce, you know, Sahara and the mystique and the legend of that to the Strip, and we have a lot of traction. And you know, we've touched just about every public space of the property. We've revamped our restaurant lineup. You know, we've organized things so that the property flows and works a lot better than it did when we got here. And you know, we're getting traction on that. You know, people are responding. Guests are coming. Our business is growing, and you know, we feel positive about that. But you know, we don't control the entirety of our future. A lot of the things that we were talking about earlier, you know, sort of come into play. And what are the dynamics of the market? How do we improve the neighborhood? How do we continue to develop, you know, the talent pool? You know, the next generation, the people that are going to be running our operations and properties and departments next. You know, all of that is on our mind because you know, this is a property that's going on 73 years old, and you know, we want it to be here another 73 years, and that's the kind of owner that Alex is. You know, he's not a short time owner. He's not, you know, looking to own it to flip it. You know, this is the legacy of him and his family, and they want to be part of the conversation for a long time. So, you know, just in the spirit of Las Vegas, continuing to evolve and change and find new things in the market and in the world. You know, that's what I think, you know, the future of the Sahara is.
Let me ask you, we just talked about the future, but let's talk about the past for a second. Obviously, as the Strip property, the Strip has changed dramatically and goes through different evolutions, and we've seen properties get imploded and new amazing properties come up, and certainly the Sahara, I think, looks amazing now and has definitely evolved in a really spectacular way. But I'm curious, yesterday I heard a story about Bon Jovi and Red Fox having dinner randomly at the Sahara many, many years ago. Is there a place for Las Vegas's history in the future of Las Vegas? It seems like we get away from these really amazing stories in the heart of what shaped Las Vegas. Is there a place for that in the future of Las Vegas?
Yeah, I think so because you know it occupies you know quite a bit of room in the cultural space you know of the country. I think it's a compelling spot. I think that you know really fun and interesting people you know do come into the market you know on the entertainment side. You know, I mean we're something of a mecca. If you look at the list of people that are here on any given weekend, I mean, you know, it's what another city might see in a year. right?
Yeah.
So you have that that confluence, and then it creates those circumstances or those instances where you'll get a couple of interesting people in the same spot at the same time. And as you were mentioning, we've captured some of that history at Sahara. Those things, when you look back on it, it's like, oh man, there's Clint Eastwood as a young man, at the pool. There's Johnny Carson, breaking ground on on another tower for the Sahara, wearing a hard hat. There's all these great things that have happened, and I think they're still out there, for us to see and experience.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to seeing what's next at the Sahara. Paul, we really appreciate having you on today, and thanks for all your thoughts.
Thank you, Mike. It was a real pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
We'll be back on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Imagine a magical garden that feeds Carson City's hungry and homeless, teaches our high school students agriculture, creates hanging floral displays to beautify downtown, and yet charges nothing. It's not magic. It's the Greenhouse Project. It's real, it's growing, and it needs your help. Go online to carsоncitygreenhouse.org so together we can grow it forward.
Each day, the Children's Advocacy Alliance partners with leaders, legislators, and families across Nevada to improve children's health, education, economic well-being, and safety. We recognize Nevada will be no better than the state of its children. Be a part of this change. Be a supporter of the Children's Advocacy Alliance. For more information, go to caanv.org.
Southwest Specialties has been making the homes and businesses of Nevada beautiful for more than 20 years. Their experienced designers and craftsmen create the walkways, backyards, water features, and a variety of outdoor cooking areas that add curb appeal and value to your investment. Call today or visit them at their website and see how they can make your outdoor spaces special. Southwest Specialties, creative, distinctive, beautiful.
We wouldn't steer you wrong with the gold standard of steaks at Joel's Chop House. Indulge in dry-aged steaks, seafood, Wagyu tomahawks, and great views of the Strip.
As always, you can watch Nevada Newsmakers 24 hours a day on various platforms, including television, radio, our website, audio and video podcasts, YouTube. You want to find the show, you can find it pretty darn easily. And we cover politics, business, health, and education. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next broadcast.